Good morning, children. We're back again. Now, today we are going to do the third chapter from First Flight. The name of the chapter is Two Stories About Flying. The first part, this is chapter is divided into two parts. The first part is his first flight, and the second one is the black aeroplane. We've already done the first part, so today we are going to do the second part, the black aeroplane. Now, this chapter, The Black Aeroplane, is written, the author is Mr. Frederick Forsyth. Now, let us read something about him. He was born on 25th August 1938 in Ashford, Kent, England. He was educated at Tonbridge School, later joined University of Granada in Spain. He joined the RAF and became a jet fighter pilot. He became a journalist and joined the BBC in 1965. So now let's see the story. Now before we begin with the story, children, there are so many things which is still a mystery in this world. Events or things that cannot be explained by nature or science and that are assumed to come from beyond or to originate from outwardly forces. Ghosts and witches are an example of such supernatural elements. So, today we are going to read a chapter which is enveloped in mystery. Now, this author, he was himself a pilot. Here he is describing an experience, a unique experience about mysterious flight during his flight from Paris to London. Now the author was flying his old Dakota aeroplane over France and was on his way back home to England. He was happy thinking about enjoying English breakfast with his family members. It was just past 1 o'clock in the morning. The sky was clear, the moon was shining, everything was going well, and it was an easy flight. The writer saw the lights of a big city in front of him. He switched on his radio and got in touch with the Paris control room and was directed to turn 12-degree west. Everything seemed perfect. Paris was 150 kilometers behind him. Suddenly, he saw dark clouds in the sky. There were storm clouds. He could not fly up and over them as he did not have enough fuel. He thought of going back to Paris, but he did not want to miss his English breakfast at home. So he decided to take a risk and flew the plane into the storm. Inside the cloud, everything was black. He could not see anything outside. The plane jumped and twisted. To his utter surprise, the compass and the other instruments were dead. He tried to contact Paris Control, but all his attempts proved futile. He was lost in the storm. Suddenly, he saw a black aeroplane flying next to his Dakota. The pilot of his plane signaled the author to follow. He followed him like an obedient child. He followed him for half an hour. Suddenly, the author noted that his fuel would last only for 5 to 10 minutes, and he was frightened. Suddenly, he saw the plane in front of him started going down. He saw two straight lines of light before him. It was a runway. He had landed safely. He turned around to look for his guide pilot to thank him, but to his surprise, the sky was empty. After landing, he went to the control tower. He asked the lady there where he was. He also asked who the other pilot was. She looked at him strangely and laughed. She told him that there was no other aeroplane. All the flights had been cancelled owing to the rough weather. His was the only plane that could be spotted on the radar. A rescuer comes mysteriously and goes back mysteriously. So many questions were left unanswered. Where did the aeroplane come from? Where was the man who had asked him to follow him? Where did this disappear after leaving him safely? So this is still a mystery, unanswered questions. Now in this chapter, we have got two messages. The first message, courage is guided by faith. Although the pilot was engulfed by black storm, his courage gave him faith and he managed to find his way out of the storm. The second message is, One should never give up in the face of adverse times. Difficulties should be taken by the horns and hope should not be abandoned. With this, we finish the second part. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.